Well, welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about how to basically add two wonderful games together into a campaign story. If you saw my last video, which I will leave a link to, I talked about how I made Elder Signs into a campaign. But I like to link all my games together. So what I did was, for today, I'm going to tell you how to mix, because it's pretty easy because it's the same theme, Mansions of Madness along with Elder Signs. But you can also do this part, the Mansions of Madness, by itself into a campaign. The stories of Mansion of Madness are not interlinked in the game itself, but so I'm going to explain how I'm going to do that. Then after that, I'll explain how I will link that to the Elder Signs campaign, which I've already done a video on. So, first things first, to link the Mansions of Madness missions together into a storyline, what you do is basically, to make it more random, have your investigators each have one life, and so if they die in one campaign, they can't be brought back to life. But basically, if basically you complete two of the missions, all right, then I would take it like you have one investigation company, but if they win two missions, they get enough money, then they can hire someone. So basically, if you win two missions, then you can get someone else. It's like an extra life if you don't take it. But to me, it's like an interview process. You get enough money to hire someone else. So therefore, because Mansion Madness is a far harder game, and I felt that after a while playing as a keeper, I could basically always at least kill one person. So having the person choose is not really much of a deal. You would always choose the most powerful, but that's okay. For the theme of the story too, you can also go choose whoever you want. So on top of that, so that's for the overall game. And for the detail game, because everybody has one life, it's very important that we give the players an out, because sometimes if you play Mansion of Madness, there's no way you can win. And this is what happened in one of the scenarios we played, and I think it's a great example of what this rule I made is how it's gonna apply. Now the rule is that if the person doesn't complete the mission, it's okay. But let's say he thinks it's not worth it anymore, everybody's gonna die. What he can do at any time is always get to the entrance, and if he gets out in the entrance, like with the move out to here, then basically that character has managed to leave the campaign and gets out alive. Alright, so let's say in this one he gets out. There you go, Jenny Barnes gets out and she lives. Now what happened in that one we played is that the person playing felt that the mission wasn't worth it anymore, and basically only one character had died, so he managed to move people out. And in this situation, you can see what happened was that Harvey Walters, the character, only had like one health left, and for him to go back to save him, he thought it was a lost cause, so he literally left him to die, and he used 1, 2, and 3. He left, and basically Harvey Walters got slaughtered, and that really added to the theme of it, because then adds to the story, like how this character here had psychological problems. So you don't have to put it in game, but it's great for the story, which is what all these games are about. So that's basically the scenario, how you play Mansions of Madness by itself as a campaign. But how do you link that, alright, to Elder Signs? Now, if you go watch the video I did before, alright, what will happen is that same thing. I prefer to make it a bit harder, so I use the same investigation company, like they're both together, different characters basically. Just for me, you will pick like the most suited, basically. Like if you choose like Harvey Walters, you would use someone with more high intelligence in either game. So basically that each of them still have one life. They're one investigation company. To me, making it harder just makes it more fun. You can make it easier. If you want to make it easier, you use each of them have different investigation companies, but they're under the same management. But I prefer one because there's more theme to that. And so let's say if the same thing, if you win two missions here, you get to choose one investigator, and you can use that one life in either here in Mansions of Madness or Elder Signs. So let's say you're doing badly at Elder Signs because of bad dice rolls, you could use that investigation company hiring for Elder Signs. But my rule was always you had to hire the person before the game, not in the middle of the game, because it wouldn't make sense that you hire someone in the middle of the night, for example. So that's how I would link this, and that gets really, really intense because, if there was one where the person renamed this character Arnold Rothstein, and he had basically saved the world with a stake from Elder Signs, I think one time, and then he basically completed almost like 3 missions. Everything was down to him all the time. The person got really connected to the character. It came to Match Up Madness. He opened his own investigation company, and he went to play. And basically, the person got killed, and he was devastated. So you can see how the link would really get to a character. And so, yep, that's basically the simple tip, how you mix these two games together. I hope you enjoy, and till next word.